Yes?
I need those hard readings on the Nevada telescope.
It's Wednesday.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that I haven't gotten to those just yet.
But we need those numbers to report to the board.
And
you were told today was the day we needed those numbers.
okay, well, first and foremost, let me congratulate you on being the biggest bitch in the entire building. Second, I'm one man. One man! If you think you can monitor those readings and deliver data calibrations between the ISS and Houston, well, I'd love to see you try.
You can't talk to me that way.
Oh, well, I just did, so...
How long do you need?
I'll have them on your desk by the end of the day.
I'll let everyone upstairs know.
Thanks.
Sharp? What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
Andromeda. The program was shut down 16 months ago, correct?
That's right.
It was redacted to the point where it otherwise never existed, yeah?
Correct.
Then how do you explain this? You were told by my predecessor to destroy all evidence that the program even existed. Yet, Archives has no inventory of the items on that list. Do you care to explain that?
I had those servers destroyed just as I was instructed to do.
Yes, but the data was backed up. And there's something on there called the neuroinhibitor. Sounds ominous.
Archive should have told you about any backup.
McGrady was your partner under William Crawford and the Andromeda program. McGrady works Archives now. Do you see what I'm getting at? You better take this down there and make sure he knows what you're doing. There's pressure from the kind of people that are elected into office, not appointed. We've been able to keep those lives a secret the last year and a half, but in this age of whistleblowers and the dark web, we cannot leave anything to chance. Do I make myself clear?
I've dedicated 26 years of my life and ruined 2 marriages for this project.
Then you should know that after this discussion, there aren't any more discussions. They're waiting on me in DC. Take care of this. Now.
McGrady.
Sharp. What the heck are you doing down here?
Could ask you the same thing.
Well, they had me logging telescopes in Nevada. Far cry from the old gig, to say the least.
Thought that was, Cynthia's job.
It was. It's mine now. She mostly just bugs me for data every 3 weeks or so.
So, Archives.
The one and only. How's things on 7?
Stimulating.
At least you have windows, fresh air. Sometimes I forget what time of day it is in there. Do you miss it?
Let's grab a coffee.
It's bad, but...
Sorry, I didn't get to speak with you after we left the office that day. I didn't know things were gonna get this bad.
Don't worry about it. I know how things work around here.
Listen, you asked me if I ever missed it. Yeah. Every day. What about you?
It's the excitement, mostly. The idea that you get to wake up every morning and have no clue what to expect. That feeling you get when you look up at the sky and you know there's so much more out there than anyone here will ever understand.
We're pioneers. It's hard to accept the fact that all of our ideas and research are trapped in these buildings. What was that song that William used to play?
In his office? Or?
No, on the Monet. What the hell is that song?
Must have been before my time. Is that what you wanted to talk to me about?
No, there's something else. Any of that look familiar?
Yeah. This is a metadata file from Andromeda.
You were supposed to destroy all that stuff.
You told me to keep the neuroinhibitor somewhere safe. That's exactly what I did. The machine kept sending readings till one day it just stopped.
Well, who made the backups?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Who else had access to those files?
Just me.
No, that's impossible.
I swear it. Look, I did what you told me to do. Everything but the actual machine is gone.
Oh, it can't be. What do you think they're doing up there?
I think we need to talk about what happened out there today. It wasn't my fault. I didn't say that it was. But it's becoming more and more dangerous for us to stay on Algos. You think we should leave? We've come so far. Not we. You. And where would I go? We need help. There will be more attacks. I can't lose you out here. You're talking about sending me back? I thought that wasn't possible. That's not entirely true. There may be a way after all. There's an ancient technology I discovered here when I first entered Andromeda. Telekinetic holography. It was presented to me by an alien species on a distant planet. Time travel? Not exactly. I was taught that with enough raw energy infused into the Prodigy chip, you can appear to be in one place while still physically being in another. It's the building blocks of what drives the neuroinhibitor. So, why are you telling me this? You have to go back to Earth. In the kinetic sense. Find Sharp and McCready and get them to bring you out. What? Why? Because you, me, and the projections aren't going to be able to fight off our enemies for much longer. We need reinforcements. Reinforcement? Show the people in charge that you're alive. Convince them to come join us. Strength in numbers is the only way to save Algos. And what if they don't agree to come? One look at Aiden Crawford back from the dead. They will.
Hello?
Did you message me? Said meet you here, said it was urgent.
No, you messaged me. And how'd you even get in here?
My keycard still worked. You did message me. I have it right here.
Here, I'll show you what you sent me. That's weird. What's going on?
I don't know.
Deja vu. It's that sense of having already seen something, coupled with knowing you haven't actually seen it, which is why it catches you off guard. It's nice to see you too, guys.
How is this possible?
Telekinetic holography.
A recognizer.
That's right.
Wait, how the hell did you know that?
William told me about it. It was the first thing he programmed into the neuroinhibitor after he returned from that first mission. But how are you able to pull this off without destroying half the planet in the process? You must be projecting from somewhere close, but not too close. Otherwise, we'd all be dead.
You mean the physics don't add up?
That's right.
We rewrote the laws. Pretty simple, actually.
You know what? Never mind all that. Aiden, we tried to make contact with you after NB-22. You never replied, and the department shut down the program indefinitely. Why didn't you return any of our messages?
Guys, so much has happened. After the attack on NB-22, my father and I colonized planet after planet in hopes that one of these new worlds could become Earth's new home. Every species we encountered warned us of the same thing, that our enemies would not stop hunting us. We would never be safe. They were right. We had no choice. We left NB-22 behind and jumped a wormhole to the far side of Andromeda, 2 million light years from Earth. But even there, we fought battles with new enemies. Yes, wormhole theory is real.
Einstein was right.
So did you eventually find us a new home?
We did. My father named it Algos. We lived there for a while with the projections. My father found a way to spawn more projections, and before we knew it, we had a sprawling port within our reach.
A port?
Algos was created as a space station. Oxygen, docking stations. We nearly had it ready for humans to start the migration process.
We told you already. The program's been eliminated. Completely. There's new leadership here, and no one will listen to us now.
They will, if we show them what we have up there.
And how are we gonna do that?
The neuroinhibitor.
But you're not real. And no one else can use that machine besides you, unless you can find a way to come back in your physical form. Wait a minute. What aren't you telling us? Why did your father send you back here alone?
Something found us on Algos. My father and the projections were working on a way to manage the wind shears on the planet. We knew that no human transport could land without the right stabilizers. They were nearly there. I was on the last of my patrols when I saw it appear in the sky. It's massive. Armed to the teeth with one purpose. Its own defense.
So what happened next?
All-out war. A slaughter, really. My father and I took off in our ship, just barely made it out by the skin of our teeth. Projections weren't so lucky.
So this Algos, is it lost?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I have a plan.
You care to share it with us?
You still have the neuroinhibitor?
At home, yeah.
Good. You bring it back here. And Sharp, you get us an audience.
How am I supposed to do that? We've both been demoted. I work in standards and procedures now, and McGrady here works in the basement of the old archives building.
You just get the powers that be in this room, and I'll handle the rest. Please. Guys, after everything we've been through, this is our last and absolute best chance.
You want us to try and convince NASA to open the Andromeda program back up? What, do you think they're just gonna hand us back over the keys? Why would...
Maybe when they see Aiden Crawford risen from the dead.
And how do we know that's gonna be enough?
It was for you.
Persuasive when he wants to be.
Sharp, I have a call with the NSA diplomat to NATO in 10 minutes. You have 5. Go.
Andromeda.
Never heard of it.
Come on, that's not gonna fly with me. It's the last thing you spoke with me about when you were in here.
With all due respect, Joe, I think you've wandered a little past your pay grade. And didn't I ask you to get with McGrady and tie that off once and for all?
What if I told you that the program could work? That it did, in fact, work?
Worked? We have 2 dead bodies thanks to that program. And almost a dozen more still unaccounted for.
Aiden Crawford is alive. His father, William, is as well.
What is this?
There really aren't sufficient words to describe it. You'd be best suited to see it with your own eyes, in person.
So what? Joe, I'm due to retire. Next year. And believe me, I need my pension. But if you think I'm gonna sit here and let you dangle me with this...
He just wants an audience. That's all he's asking.
Who? All right. After the NSA meeting, word come down. Wheat'll be the first crop to go. Followed by corn. And soy after that. I'll meet you after. Where?
In the same room where this all began.
Nice beard, by the way.
Oh, thank you. You know, you'd be surprised how long it takes to grow a beard in space.
Yeah, I'll bet.
So what's wrong with it?
It's been in my basement for 1.5 years. She needs a little love.
Wait, 1.5 years?
Yeah, why? Wait, time moves more slowly out there, doesn't it?
Well, who won the World Series?
The Yankees, who else?
Figures. Hey, what about Oscar for Best Picture?
Some film about a shark in a lake in Texas. What? Yeah, I didn't see it. It was terrible. Oh, the mainframe is fried. I'm gonna have to take her apart.
How long will that take?
A couple of hours. Why?
There's someone else I need to see.
You can't leave. I mean, can you? I'm asking.
I'll be back by the time you're done with that thing.
Oh, wait.
Change their minds all at once? I've come all this way. Maybe it's best he never returns. Maybe they're not ready. Maybe you were right all this time. The marks left behind by my species are too often only scars.
Hello, Rebecca.
Aiden?
It's me.
Hello? After what you've done to me, all you can say is, hello?
Can I sit?
Hell no, you can't sit. You're dead. Oh, Lord have mercy. I am losing my mind.
I'm not dead either. I'm what we call a telekinetic apparition. I'm not even really in this room, to be honest with you.
You're not real. This isn't happening. You are dead. I saw the news. Drowned in that bathtub in your apartment.
Please, if I could just sit. I'm sure you have questions.
Just one. How?
You know, I once sat right here, just like this, across from you. And you told me that you knew with every fiber of your soul that people want to get better. Do you remember that? But people? People are happy to run in place forever.
Probably not. So, you just think you can appear in and out of people's lives whenever you feel like?
We have to allow ourselves to be seen by the people who really care about us. For me, that was you. I knew it when you sat right there and pleaded with me to rethink the idea of never coming back to this place. Your caring about what happens to me is the reason I came back.
After you left, I took a break from my practice. You are the only person that I couldn't help in some way, shape, or form. That was a pill to swallow. No pun intended.
But you did help. And I'm here to say thank you.
So now what?
What do you mean?
You just get up from that chair and just disappear into thin air, or return to wherever you came from?
Like I said, I'm not really here on Earth with you. I'm someplace I hope you get to see one day. You know what I noticed while I was gone? Machines are a lot simpler than people. When you break a machine, it's a lot less complicated to fix.
Aiden, will I ever see you again?
I don't know, Doc. But I sure hope so.
What the hell happened to it?
I had to refresh some cache files. This thing got pretty beat up over the last year or so.
Where the hell's Aiden?
He had to run an errand.
He what?
Yeah, he said he had to see somebody. He'd be right back, though.
And you just let him leave?
Well, what the heck was I supposed to do? It isn't exactly up to me, you know? Besides, I think he could walk through walls if he wanted to.
Norris is on his way down here right now, and he's expecting to see some next level shit, and you're telling me you have no idea where Aiden's at?
What's this?
That's the, neuroinhibitor.
The one the program asked you to destroy.
Sir, I can explain.
Where is he?
He's not here.
Wait, he's not actually in the building?
He was.
What'd you do? Lose him? He's not a dog.
He'll be here any minute.
I don't have time for this. Sharp, you had your time. Get rid of all this shit now.
Norris, right?
It can't be.
Norris, allow me to introduce you to Aiden Crawford.
We buried you. I was there. I saw them lower your casket into the dirt.
I'm sorry to disappoint. My body is still about 10,000 light years from Earth. It's the closest I could get without affecting the actual physics of the planet.
Aiden projecting himself takes a massive amount of energy. If he were to try it any closer, it'd be like the equivalent of 10 atomic bombs detonating all at once.
Aiden is still plugged into the Andromeda program. What you see of him here is a live hologram.
Telekinetic holography. I've been to the archives. I've read the files.
So you know why I'm here?
To be honest, I thought it was a farce.
The Andromeda program worked. My father and I have found a new home for the people of Earth.
Confirmed?
Seen it with my own two eyes.
They called it Algos. Aiden came back at his father's discretion in hopes that we send reinforcements.
For what purpose?
To help defend Earth's new home.
You want me to authorize a deleted program so that you and your dead dad can start a galactic war? Are you kidding me right now?
Please.
No. You listen to me. I don't know where you are, but wherever that is, you should stay. What's to say you even coming to us for help doesn't set off a chain of events that brings William's enemies down here looking to cut the head off the snake?
That's impossible.
Is it? You've got a dead man standing right here in front of you. Nothing is impossible!
So we build another Prodigy chip.
Well, I stand corrected. That is impossible.
He's right, Aiden. The only person possible of building another Prodigy chip is William.
Okay, there's a wormhole on the far side of Titan.
Saturn, really?
You can't see it from here on Earth, but if you can get me there, we can go back and forth together.
Wormholes are impossible to find. No one knows when and where one will show up.
My father proved wormhole theory is real. I can show you.
We have Mach coordinates, readings, you
This
name
is
it.
ludicrous. Forget all that. You were the only person left on the planet that could use this neuroinhibitor.
Okay, so you bring me out of Andromeda by using the wormhole. You bring the neuroinhibitor there, and I plug myself in. And then I come home, and I can show everyone how to get up there.
Aiden, that is not possible.
Why?
We don't have the technology to do that.
There's no way we could get the neuroinhibitor up to the wormhole in time. It would take years, decades.
Sharp, you knew my father. There's no way he would have sent me back if this wasn't possible.
That's it. I want this piece of metal in an incinerator, you hear me? And you. The people of Earth have no interest in defending a planet that may or may not exist. We can't just fly up to a wormhole near Saturn. The chances of us reaching that far out into the solar system are 1,000,000 to 1. Not to mention making it back. The probability of that happening is in the billions. It cannot happen.
You're just afraid to try.
All right, enough. Sir, allow us to try to find another way. Please.
You have until the morning. After that, both your careers die with what's left of this Andromeda program. And you. Stay where you are before you tear a hole in the cosmos the size of Manhattan Island.
I got it. It's my mother.
What about her?
This whole time I was thinking that my father was the key to this, but it's her.
I don't understand.
I gotta go. You two keep working here. When I get back, I'll know how to solve this.
Where are you going?
To convince her to change his mind.
You know, your father used to always tell me to teach our boy how to think, not what to think. You're tall.
Hi, Mom.
This isn't real, is it?
It has to be.
Okay. Well, for now, let's talk. A mother and her son.
Is it okay where you are?
I'm lonely. I long for the things that I lost. You and your father.
I found him.
Your father?
That's right. He's alive. We've been to amazing places together.
I see. So he gets to leave for all these years. He gets to abandon us. And now he's just some big hero after all this time?
That's not true. But Mom, you have to listen to me. I need you to do something that's not going to make any sense right now.
Okay.
Just after my 7th birthday, there will be an accident. Dad is going to take me to the hospital and do something that will alter the course of the planet. Something so big that will rewrite the history books.
Which part?
All of it. I need you to convince him not to do it.
Convince your father. Those are 2 words that just don't go together.
You can make him listen. I know you can.
Okay, I'm confused. So you don't want this amazing thing to happen?
I do. But he has to let it happen to someone else.
Okay, who?
Someone he trusts as much as me.
Aiden, I don't understand what you're asking me to do.
I'm asking you to be the hero of this story.
But if this makes me the hero of this story, what does that make you?
So, who do you think it is? The person you trust the most besides Aiden?
It's hard to say. William was a private man, and you know that.
Well, let's say Aiden can convince her, then what?
In theory, Aiden's time on MB-22 becomes void. He'll just wake up back home in his own bed as if nothing ever happened.
I'm lost.
Are you familiar with parallel dimension theory?
Yeah, sure. It's hypothetical.
Perhaps. But a hypothetical self-contained plane of existence coexisting with one's own? See that? That could be very real. All right. All right. This is our reality. The one that we're living and breathing in right now. Right? Now this point represents the moment where Aiden gets into his accident and his father installs his prodigy chip. Now, let's just say that mark moves before then. From this point forward, no matter whoever the new individual William entrusts with the prodigy chip, that person will go on to survive the attack on MB-22 and accompany him to Algos. Whoever the new individual William installs the prodigy chip into, that person will survive the attack on MB-22 and follow him on to Algos. Now, this is an alternate reality. One where everything plays out the exact same way, except someone else is up there feeling Aiden's shoes. This person will have infinitely more knowledge of the future. It's an unfair advantage, but we need all the help we can get moving forward.
And the tie-off.
We hope to meet back up here. It'll be like everything happened while we were asleep. We won't even know what even happened. We'll just wake up in this altered state of reality, one in which William continues on to find us a new home.
What about Aiden?
What about him? It'll be as if we never asked him to use the neuroinhibitor at all.
So he won't remember any of this? His training, MB-22?
No, he won't need to, because it never happened.
And William?
Well, Aiden's already grown up with the fact that William spent more time in space than he has here on Earth. That's just something he's gonna have to carry on with him no matter which reality he continues in.
But how do we know that it's worked?
Now that part. That part I don't know.
You're angry.
Angry. I was angry 2 hours ago.
I finally did it.
For once, I would just love for you to come home on time and to not talk about space or whatever else you've been doing for the past 36 hours.
I don't think you understand.
You're right.
I think I finally figured it out. Space travel in the palm of my hand. Technology beyond our time. I call it the neuroinhibitor. And this time they won't be able to ignore me.
Your son came to see me today.
Aiden? Why wasn't he in school? Is he all right?
Aiden came to see me today from the future. He was all grown up. And he had your eyes, just like we imagined he would.
You're talking about telekinetic holography. I figured that out too. Did he tell you how I did it?
We didn't talk about work, William.
Well, then what did you talk about?
Aiden?
It's done.
So what do we do now?
We wait.
Yeah, but how do we know that it worked? How do we know that she actually talked to William?
I guess in the morning we just know.
Not exactly. Aiden, when you saw your mother, you didn't tell her any specifics about your accident, did you? Like the time or date that it occurs?
No.
Nothing at all? Nothing that would prevent your accident from actually happening? Remember, you want your father to change his mind who he gives your prodigy chip to. And your mother mustn't prevent your accident from actually happening.
She won't. I was vague enough that she'll trust me.
And how do we know for sure?
Because she's my mother, Sharp.
All right. So if everything goes as planned, your mother will convince William to put the prodigy chip into someone else. That'll set off the alternate reality tangent, and by the time we wake up in the morning, hopefully everything will be back to normal. Except better.
A new normal.
Exactly. A new normal where you never seen or heard of McGrady or myself.
The greater good, right?
That's right.
I guess if this works, this is goodbye, fellas.
Take care of yourself, Aiden.
Thank you, Aiden. Really. Even if none of us have any memory of the last 16 months, it has been an honor. Your father would be proud.
And if it doesn't work?
Norris said that wheat will be the first crop to go.
Then it has to work. And it will.
God willing.
Hey, good morning, sir.
What are you doing in my office?
Your office? Archives is my department. You're up on the 7th floor?
7?
Yes, all the directors are up on 7. Are you feeling okay? You look a little flushed.
Director?
Yeah. Did you hit your head or something?
It's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. You have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Okay.
Sharp.
Morning, Director.
What is happening?
We're closing the loop. I'm sure you have questions.
You did it.
We did it.
You're not really here.
A lot has changed. Everything has changed.
You were the one William trusted most after Aiden.
William entrusted me with the final prodigy chip instead of his own son.
Aiden was right. She got through to him. The attack on MB-22, that still happened. The projections, too.
Everything happened the exact same way, except I swapped places with Aiden since he was no longer an option for the neuroinhibitor.
You went in after William. What was it like?
Well, after the attack on MB-22, William sent me further into Andromeda than any of us dreamt possible.
Why you?
William was busy building our new home. It was here that William sent me to learn about telekinetic holography. The fifth dimension belonged to a species far older than even our universe. You see, if there was a Big Bang, someone had to have their finger on the other side of the cosmos. It was them. They also showed me how to defeat our enemies so that the same fate we suffered on MB-22 didn't follow us as we set out to colonize a new planet.
Algos.
That's right.
What happened after the mothership showed up?
It was a full-scale attack on the planet. Our defenses tried to fight them off, but it was no use. Telekinetically, as the beings instructed me to do. I got into the ship's mainframe and programmed an emergency hydrogen burn sequence inside their thrusters. You see, even in space, everything burns.
You destroyed the ship without ever really setting foot inside it?
Sound familiar?
And William?
He's alive and well. We both survived the attack on MB-22 and we went on to mine the colony. Sent readings back every chance we got. The very readings you took to the powers that be. Those readings made it possible for the first pods to launch to Algos by the end of the year.
Incredible. How can I not remember any of this?
You remember enough, for now.
This changes everything we know about physics.
Like I said, we did it. The Earth may run out of food, room, and even hope. There's a new home up there for those who choose to come. We're just up there waiting to see who shows up.
What about Aiden? He doesn't know any of this happened.
That was the agreement we made the last time the three of us stood in this room.
So what happens now?
You're the director of NASA. I'm sure you have a full day planned. Me? I've got one more stop, and then I got a wormhole to catch.
Wait.
When will I see you again?
Soon, I hope. See you, Robert.
Who are you?
My name is Joseph Sharp.
That name's supposed to mean something to me?
Now that's a difficult question to answer.
You got about 3 seconds to get out of my house before I call the police.
I only need a minute or two, and then I'll just go.
Make it quick.
Aiden, I work with your father.
My father, at NASA.
That's right.
Well, my father's been dead for 20 years, so I don't know what you think you're gonna get out of coming here.
You're familiar with Andromeda, right?
Of course I am. It's all over the news.
So, you know the program's real?
I know it's real for some people, but for the rest of us who can't afford a ticket into space, we'll just die here on Earth.
Aiden, your father is alive. He asked me to give you this.
What is it?
I think it's best you have a look for yourself.
That's it?
That's it. Seriously, you need to read this. So you really don't remember me?
Should I?
Nothing at all.
Sorry.
Isn't that something? For the record, this was your idea.
Your mother told me you would have my eyes.
Dad?
It's good to see you again, son.
What's happening? What is all this?
That is an invitation to join me on Algos.
So it's true. You're not really here?
Oh, I've always been here, son. Whether you knew it or not.
So you just been gone all this time? And then you show up here with this? And to what?
I did the best I could. I may have regrets, but regrets are just part of the journey. I loved you from a distance, knowing that one day you would judge me for it. But like a shadow, I lived by your side. And you couldn't possibly know this, but I was so very proud of you. There's an old saying, it goes, boy doesn't become a man until his father dies. Well, you've proven that one wrong. You lived all this time as if I were gone, but I was always present. And you'll never know this, but I'm only alive because of you.
I don't understand.
The death of a man is not the death of his dream. Take the ticket. Come to Algos.
Dad,
I'll tell you what. We can talk when you get here. There. But I did have a question. It was you that convinced your mother, wasn't it?
convinced her to what?
I thought so.
Well, Aiden. On the phone, you mentioned you were having trouble sleeping. This being our first session, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I'm having trouble sleeping at night.
It's actually quite common. What kind of trouble?
I keep having the same dream. Every night's the same thing.
Can you tell me about your dream?
It's the kind of dream where you're going somewhere that's not possible. But when you wake up, it felt so real, you'd swear you were really there.
Dreams can oftentimes be a mirror into one's own reality. Can you tell me where you were going in this dream of yours?
Someplace bright.
Sounds like you're describing heaven.
It's brighter than that. Like going home, and the only thing more unthinkable than leaving is staying behind. Like a pull towards something you can't explain. Fate.
Are you going somewhere, Aiden? Sometimes the greatest pain comes from leaving. Like when a child leaves home, or when a husband and wife leave for an extended period of time or for good. It's the pain of leaving that tears us apart. Still, If we were to avoid the pain of leaving, we'd never experience the joy of returning where we belong.
Oh, Ghost.
Come again?
What does it mean?
In Greek, it's translated as pain.
He's in pain without me there. You know, I feel like I've known you for years.
How does that make you feel?
Maybe we've met before. Another life.
Wouldn't that be something?